In 2025, content is no longer just content. It's strategy, it's IP, and it is infrastructure. We're living through the biggest shift in media ownership since the invention of the blog. And this shift, it's turning creators into CEOs. In this video, I'm breaking down the 3 stages of the modern creator journey, how we got here, what it looks like now, and why creators are building real companies, not just building followings. To understand where we are, we have to rewind. Let's go back 15 years to the early YouTube and blog era. Back in early 2010s, being a content creator wasn't a career. It was just a hobby. You'd post videos from your bedroom, share your thoughts on Tumblr, upload grainy vlogs on YouTube. And the goal wasn't monetization, it was simply connection. Creators like Jenna Marbles, Casey Neistat, and early day influencers were building audiences. They were not building businesses. They were creating because it was fun, it was raw, and it was experimental. There were no algorithms, no brand briefs, and no funnels. Can you believe that? But as those audiences grew, something shifted. Welcome to phase 2, when the money arrived. By the mid-2010s, platforms matured and brands took notice. Instagram influencers like Danielle Bernstein, Cara Ferrani, Amy Song, they were landing massive deals with fashion giants. YouTubers were launching Patreon pages, affiliate links, sponsored content, and suddenly creators weren't just creators, they were media channels. This was the rise of the brand deal economy. You got paid for integration, affiliate commissions, shoutouts, collabs, and campaigns. But here's the catch. Most creators didn't own what they built. They were monetizing visibility, but not building brand equity. And their income was tied to brand budgets, not their own assets. And that's when the smartest ones started thinking differently. Which brings us to right now, where content is no longer the product. It's the distribution platform. Stage 3 is where the lines blur. Creators become founders. Founders become creators. And this is where IP becomes everything. Let's break it down. Mr. Beast didn't just launch burgers. He built brand IP around his personality, his values, and his voice. Emma Chamberlain didn't just create videos, she turned her aesthetic into product IP with Chamberlain Coffee. And Ali Abdaal isn't just a YouTuber anymore. He runs a multi-layered education business built on content IP he controls. All of these are signals. When creators turn ideas, frameworks, and lived experience into structured assets, they're building IP. And IP, as in intellectual property, is what makes a business scalable, sellable, and sustainable. It's not just content. It's codified brand value. And this goes both ways. If you're a founder today and you're not creating content, you're invisible. People don't just want to buy your product. They want your insight, your story, and your strategy. And if you're a creator and you're not thinking like a founder, you're staying stuck in someone else's business model. So where's the opportunity? The opportunity is becoming a hybrid. Creators who build and founders who show up online. People who understand that IP is the bridge between visibility and long-term value. I've seen the power of IP and brand ecosystems at work inside some of the most iconic companies in the world. At Disney, everything starts with storytelling, but it doesn't stop there. One piece of IP becomes a character, that becomes a movie, that becomes a ride and a lunchbox, a streaming series, or a Broadway show. It's an ecosystem built around emotional resonance and business precision. At Puma, brand partnerships aren't just PR. They are ecosystem drivers. We'd collaborate with artists, athletes, creators, and those touch points became entryways into a much bigger brand universe. And right now, I'm building that same model as a solo founder. I use my content to power consulting offers, workshops, a membership, a newsletter, and growing a suite of IP-based strategy products. It's not just content. It's a loop where every piece feeds the ecosystem. And the best part, you don't need to be Disney to do this. You just need to design around your story, your value, and your point of view. Whether you're launching a product, starting a podcast, or building in public, you can design an ecosystem that scales with clarity and grows with integrity. And that's what I want to help creators and founders do, to stop building content for platforms and start building IP for themselves. So here's how I see the evolution and where you might be right now. First layer is you're creating for joy, curiosity, and expression. The second layer is you're monetizing through brand deals and paid partnerships. And the third layer is you're building systems, offers, product, and using content to grow an ecosystem. And listen, every stage is valid. But if you want freedom, you need to own something. And IP is the unlock. The creator economy isn't about popularity anymore. It's about positioning. It's about turning your voice into value and your value into asset. You don't need 1 million followers to build a business. You need a method, a message, and the willingness to lead. Content is no longer just entertainment. It's a business model. And the creators, they're not just influencing anymore, they're architecting their own economies. If this helped you zoom out and see the bigger picture, make sure to hit subscribe. Drop a comment and let me know, which stage are you in right now and what are you building that you want to own? Because content isn't the end game anymore. It's the gateway. You don't need 1 million followers. You need a vision and the right foundation.